All right, guys, you've seen the thumbnail. You've read the description. You're probably wondering, what does what is going on in Afghanistan right now have to do with censorship? In this video, I'm going to bring up a very important question that you probably haven't thought about. Most people haven't thought about in terms of censorship and what's going on. But before we do that, I'm going to play a video clip, real short clip. Pay attention to what's going on here. Then I'll be back to discuss my thoughts on that and give you something to think about. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to stop this right here. And the reason I'm going to stop it right here is because in just a couple seconds after what you just saw, it shows some people falling from the aircraft as it takes off, falling to their deaths. So this brings up a very, very, very important question. All right, before we get into that, if you've been here before, welcome back, guys. If you haven't been here before and you're interested in a little bit of political conversation about what's going on, some of the things that people aren't really talking about, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Click that bell notification so you're notified when I produce more content. All right, back to what we're talking about here. We're talking about censorship in Afghanistan. If you notice, there has been a few interviews with reporters in Afghanistan, and there have been a few interviews that show Taliban fighters in the footage and speaking to these Taliban fighters through interpreters. But what haven't you seen? Think about that for a second, because it's very important. What haven't you seen? In the day in the modern day era, internet, anyone, I mean, look at me. I'm out here making videos, talking about stuff. I'm a nobody, but I can get on camera and speak my mind and talk about whatever I want to talk about, because we have the internet, we have platforms that allow us to do that. But who are you not hearing from? You're not hearing from the people in Afghanistan. If you look at that footage, all of those people running beside that plane, it wasn't like they were running in celebration or cheering. These people were afraid. They were in fear of their lives, and they just wanted to get on that plane. They were hoping, this is my interpretation of it, but they're hoping that the plane might stop and let a couple more people on, right? So you had reporters there in this crowd. How hard would it have been to talk to some of these people and hear what they're saying, what they want to say, how they're feeling? Isn't that what reporters do? Whenever you have a catastrophe going on, they find somebody in the crowd and they ask them what they think about what's going on. Building can be on fire. Reporter goes over to a bystander. You know, you live in this neighborhood. What's been going on around here, right? What did you think about when you woke up and you saw fire outside? These are the type of things that reporters do, but you don't see that happening. Have you noticed that it's very narrative driven? They only show you what they want you to see, and they only let the voices be heard that they want to be heard. It's easy to see somebody on there saying Allahu Akbar. That's part of their story that they're telling us. But why haven't they interviewed? Why didn't they interview mass numbers in that crowd to find out what the people were actually thinking, what they're saying, what they're fearing, what's been going on, what they know is going to happen, what they think is going to happen, what the situation really is? Now let's take it one step further. Internet access, phones. I saw a video footage of an Afghan Taliban fighter, soldier, being interviewed. The group was being interviewed by a reporter, and this guy had his cell phone out, and he's taking selfies. probably posting them up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Yeah, probably TikTok. So these Taliban fighters who supposedly came out of the desert in caves and living in squalor and incapable of fighting and everything else, but he's got a cell phone, taking pictures, selfies. Pretty sure he can go live, right? What about all these Afghans, all those people that were chasing that plane? You mean to tell me that none of them have a cell phone? Think about that for a second. Where is the footage of Afghani citizens going live, making videos, posting on social media, talking about what's going on in their country? We know how easy it is for big tech to shut us down. We know this. Now we can argue and say, well, different countries have different rules and different access, and the government can shut them down. But what about all the people who were near the embassy, around the embassy? You mean to tell me the embassy didn't have internet access? Why aren't these voices being heard? My guess is that these voices are being censored so that the narrative can be controlled to an extent and they can show you what they want you to see. And when I say they, I'm not just talking about the Taliban. I'm not just talking about Afghanistan's government. I'm talking about your government as well. You got a president who basically runs from the camera, hides from the camera. And when he's on camera, he's reading a script. You've got a White House press secretary who will circle back on just about anything. Just about every question that's asked, she will find a way to craft a way to keep from answering the question directly. But whose voice is most important here? One, the president. Yes, American people need to hear from him, and they need to hear it candidly. And he needs to be having back and forth with these reporters and stuff. If you notice, remember when Trump was president, not to just make this about Trump, but he had no problem going back and forth with reporters on a daily basis. Bring it. You got it. Because this is what it is. And I'm not worried about being thrown off or misguided or misled or misdirected or making a mistake, because I already know what it is. I'm just going to tell you what it is. Not this guy. Not Joe Biden, the teleprompter guy, Obama 2.0, who tries to be like Barack Obama, but at least Obama was able to make it look a little better when he read the teleprompter, you know? Not Joe. And then the other voices that we should be hearing from are the voices of the people over there. The people over there. I'm going to say this last thing, and I'm going to be finished with it. You know, Ronald Reagan, I believe it was, talked about how he read the constitutions of other countries, and he noticed a fundamental difference between the two. The United States Constitution is different from these other countries' constitutions in one key thing. Their constitutions say that the government allows the people rights A, B, C, this, D, and go on down the list. Our Constitution, on the other hand, says we the people, right? That's where we the people are above the government. Most other places, the government presides over the people. But what does that have to do with anything we're talking about here? Pay attention, folks, because the goal here is to flip that around and make this country like every other country where the government allows you the rights and freedoms for certain things. And it won't be long, if things continue the way they are, that something will be going on in America and somebody else will be sitting in another country, like I'm sitting here right now, asking the same question. What do the people say? They'll be asking what we the people say, and they won't know because our voices will be stifled, censored. That's what I believe is going on here. I could be wrong. Maybe nobody's got a cell phone. Maybe there's no internet access in the entire country. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't see the footage. So if I am wrong and one of those things happened to be true, please fill me in because I would love to have access to that information. I'd love to see that. I'd like to be brought up to speed. So if you could just send that to me. In any case, your opinion matters. Your voice matters. Let your voice be heard in the comment section below. I want to hear what you all have to say about this. Am I right? Am I wrong? Did I miss it? Am I far off? Am I misled, misguided? Am I too far to the right? Am I a right-wing nut job? Am I a Trumper? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. On that note, take care, guys, and peace.